All right, Night Nation, welcome in to Night Vision TV. My name is Jay Miller, alongside with Josiah Broussard, and we are happy to bring you tonight's live action from Franklin, Louisiana. Your 5-0 LCA Knights taking on the 1-4 Hanson Memorial
Tigers.
There we go. And so we're so glad that you're tuned in, so glad that you're watching. And it turned out to be a beautiful night. You can tell by the field along the sidelines and a couple of places they've been getting a whole lot of rain, but they were able to cut the field today, and it's actually dry and kind of a little mushy along the sidelines. But nonetheless, we're going to play football tonight, which seems to be a beautiful Friday night at this place. Joe, tell us a little bit about tonight's matchup.
Well, tonight's matchup, Hanson Tigers, they are like Pastor Jay said, coming in with a 1-4 record. The Knights are definitely favored to win tonight's game. The Knights have a few key injuries tonight, 3 key injuries with Nicholas Onselet. He won't be dressed out tonight, as well as Errol Rogers Jr. And Luke Robinson. So those 3 key players, 3 starters, 2 on the offensive side, 1 on the defensive side, will not be playing for the Knights tonight.
Now, as you know, the Knights are 285 points to 0. In other words, the Knights have not given up 1 point against them all season long. So it's been really a great season, and we've at 5-0. We're past the halfway mark. Today is week 6, and the Knights are. That's not the end. At the end of the day, that's not what you're trying to do.
No, definitely.
But it's getting fun now. Trying to keep it up. So we'll see what happens tonight. To keep someone scoreless, I don't care what your record is or who you're playing, that's really hard to do. I mean, 1 mistake, 1 fumble, 1 scoop and score, a pick 6,
a safety, anything,
a
really.
field goal,
yeah.
Any of these things. So to see what the Knights have done thus far in the season has been really, really amazing. Well, we are so glad that you have tuned in. Be sure to hit share. Be sure to hit like. Throw a little heart, a little thumbs up, and let us know always where you're watching from tonight. Call your friends. Text them. We're live on Night Vision TV. You're watching the Jay and Josiah pregame show. This week, Josiah sat with Coach Falk and talked a little bit about the season, a little bit about tonight's matchup. Joe, I'll let you lead into that.
All right, yes. Talked a little bit about Coach Falk. We talked a little bit even about this this unscored upon streak and how he's like he said, it's not the end all be all to not be scored upon. However, the students are starting to get excited about it. There's chattering about it, and it's a very big accomplishment. So without any further ado, here is that coach's interview with Coach Trev Falk. All right, Knight fans, welcome to the Coach Falk Coach's pregame show. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Good to be back with you.
Coach, another victory. Homecoming last week. Y'all got all those festivities out of the way, and the defense pitched another shutout. The offense was a little down in the previous weeks. Didn't get quite to 50, but got to 48.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The biggest thing was defensively, we got off to a really fast start and really was able to dominate the football game in that phase, as well as special teams wise. Offensively, and we've kind of been spoiled around here, to be perfectly honest with you. It took us 3 series, I believe, to get our first score on the board, but that's why it's a team sport. Every other phase did their part, and then once we got rolling offensively, we were able to execute better as the game went on.
You talked about taking 3 series to get on the scoreboard. We got to see Colin Lahaye punt this year for probably the first time with the first team anyway. And we also got to see another first, the first team play in the third quarter. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was the first time, and going into a game, I have a lot of respect for Coach Minton and Central Catholic and that program and what they do. So, by no means were we overlooking them or underestimating them. We're expecting them to give to be a tough battle, and they were able to get some stops early on, like you said, and so it took us a little while to get going. But once we did, we were able to make some plays. It was good for our guys our first units to get to play in the third quarter for the first time all year, which is pretty unbelievable. But just them getting that extra work, it's a little bit different no matter how hard we practice or doing some of those things. Once you get under the lights, it's a little bit different. So it's good for them to get that second half action in.
Yes, sir. And, the guys talked about that. You talk about that in weeks, how you make practice competitive. But it is true that one excuse or whatever, but I believe part of it, those three early series in the game last week probably had a little bit to do with the dodging the lightning, not being able to get your spacing outside in practice and stuff like that. Do you think that, or the kid, you just don't want the kids to hear that? Or what do you think?
It definitely didn't help our cause. I mean, we're creatures of habit, I guess, so to speak. So anytime you're forced out of your element, you're forced out of your routine, and not able to get the amount of reps in that you normally do, I think you can kind of expect some rust there, especially when you're looking at things from a timing issue, from a passing issue. Practicing inside in the gym just doesn't afford you the opportunity to do the things that you need to do. I don't necessarily look at that as a reason why, but I wouldn't discount it as a factor.
Okay. Coach, another thing, throughout the broadcast last week, we talked about, I talked about how it looked like we were going to get some big plays last week. Once the offense would start clicking, it looked like we were going to get some big chunks, and that's exactly what happened. Was that because of the defensive scheme with the cover zero that you saw a lot last week?
Yeah, it's kind of it kind of goes hand in hand. It's kind of a high risk, high reward system that they run. So they're able to force some turnovers and able to get some big plays, sacks, and some of those things. But if you're able to kind of create a matchup that you like, versus with your receivers versus one of their guys, then you have an opportunity to have your band playing. So we were able to hit on a couple of those as the game kind of went along, and we're really pleased with the adjustments that our guys made.
One last thought last week that might have been a little bit glaring or a little bit stand out in a not so much a positive way, probably when you looked at the film, was probably your special teams, in particular PAT, point after touchdown attempt. But when you're getting that many, that means you're scoring a lot of touchdowns. But has there been some focus on that this week?
We've definitely spent a lot more time in practice on that. And anytime I go back and look at the film and I can see an area that stands out, really without even having to look at the film, that was an area that I needed to spend more time on in practice. So I take that one from a preparation standpoint. I didn't do a good enough job of preparing our guys for that situation. So we went live PAT field goal more this week just to get those guys those reps with people actually coming in the gaps, hitting the gaps hard, forcing them to be disciplined and work their technique play after play after play. And so anytime it's a play where there are points being put up on the board or you have an opportunity to put points up on the board, those are crucially, vitally important, and we have to be able to get all of those.
Yes, sir. All right. Enough about last week. Now let's talk about tonight against Hanson Memorial Tigers. Tigers have one win on the season. Can you tell us a little bit about the Tigers? Looks like they're in a rebuilding phase. Who are some of their key players? And talk a little bit about their coaches as well, if you know anything about him.
Their quarterback, number 2, makes everything go for him in terms of his ability to run the ball as well as his ability to throw it. I don't have all of their games on film. We exchanged 3 films, but he's by far their leading rusher, their leading playmaker offensively, and so everything kind of runs through him. He's a dual-threat kid, does a good job on the zone read and some of those things of reading and making good decisions with the ball. And I think an underrated aspect of his game is his ability to kind of deliver the ball down the field to some of their receivers. They have quite a few kids that have been playing a lot of football for them over the course of the last couple of years at wide receiver that flip over and play defensive back. A couple of their linemen play on both sides. So they don't have quite the depth and the numbers that we do, and so we're hoping that that's something that we can make a factor in the game.
You talk about the depth, and I know we have some kids that go both ways. It doesn't seem like they go both ways out of necessity, as it looks like you're trying to get a lot of the players, even in crucial times in the game, early in the game, some crucial minutes. But in particular, when you switch out your defensive backs, it seems like when those defensive backs are switching out and some of the guys who might play wide receiver go in at defensive back, it seems like they're going in at key points in the game and they're coming up with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's crucial for us, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. We're blessed with some really good athletes on the perimeter. When you start talking about Errol Rogers, Sage Ryan, Victor Dupree, Jordan Hall, some of those guys that play for us and that can have the ability to play both ways for us. So in some of those situations, we're trying to get them some time under the lights and some key third downs where we're going to need them, not maybe during that week, but also getting them reps for down the line later on in the season where we're going to need them in those situations. And their ability as playmakers to not only be able to cover and defend and move their feet and have their ability to go up, like you saw last week with Victor coming down with the interception early in the game, their ability to go up and high point and catch the football is a big thing for us. So you'll be seeing that more and more as the season progresses.
Yes, sir. Something else I think we saw last week was Fitzgerald West playing tight end. I've seen him, kind of goofing off with the football, throwing it a little bit, catching it a little bit. He's very athletic, might not look it, but he's, to the naked eye because he's a big kid. But can you talk a little bit about that?
Really, that's a package that we've been having in for the last couple of years, and when we add a tight end or add an additional lineman. So for us, Fitz is really our next lineman up. So if you noticed earlier in the season when we were dealing with some injuries, Fitz started for us at guard in addition to playing on the defensive line for us. So that's an opportunity to get him some more reps of blocking. God forbid, nothing happens to our first 5 guys, but that's an opportunity to get him some more game reps, get his conditioning level up to where, if that's something that we need to be able to do later on down in the season, we'll have that option, and it's not just throwing him out there.
Nicholas went down. Nicholas Onslett, number 75, went down in the game last week. How's he doing? Is he at full strength this week in practice?
He is, and it was actually more of a scare than anything else. He had a little hyperextension there and was able to kind of go on the sideline, calm down a little bit, and he actually returned back into the game for a couple series there on Friday. So he's good to go. He's practiced fully this week, and he's ready to go tonight.
Sounds good, Coach. Coach, any talk from the boys about this streak that's going on from the players, or they're starting to, I know early in the year maybe they weren't talking too much because, they're focusing on that, but now you got something going there. 5 weeks in a row, 6 going all the way back to the state championship game, but let's talk about this year. 5 weeks in a row without being scored on. Any chatter from the players?
They talk about it. They talk about it some, and especially during some of our competitive periods, where if they stop our offense or keep them from scoring, they start running their mouths talking about we didn't even give up points in practice. So they're feeling good, and they have some pride in it, and it's helping them to practice better, to stay more focused in practice, and they're playing their tails off in the game. So hopefully they can keep it going. It's definitely, even to make it to the midway point of the season unscored upon is a huge accomplishment, but they want to try to keep it going, so hopefully they can.
Yes, sir. Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck tonight. That's Coach Trev Falk with the Coaches Pregame Show. Appreciate you, Coach.
Judy Services, locally owned and operated. Judy Services offers high-quality plumbing and water treatment equipment throughout Acadiana. For your commercial and residential water and plumbing needs, give them a call at 837-1760. That's 837-1760.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Well, we came back in pregame festivities singing of the national anthem. Hanson Memorial has won the toss, and they have elected to receive, so the Knights will be on defense first here in Franklin, Louisiana. Now, remember, your Knights 5-0 on the season. Hanson Memorial comes in tonight 1-4 on the season. Hanson got a win in Week 3 against Westminster Christian in Opelousas by a score of 40-6, and they have been on the losing end against St. Ed, Morgan City, a big 4A school, and in district play, they've lost to Vermilion Catholic and Gaydon. They come in 0-2 in district play tonight. Now, your Knights are in Division 4. In Division 4, your Knights are ranked number 7 in the power ranking. So if the playoffs came out tonight, the Knights would be seeded number 7. And obviously that's going to change with 5 more games left to play.
A lot of football left.
And we are set to kick off here at Franklin. There's Colin LaHaye, and the game is up. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken.
Looks like it's going to be
a whammy reverse. Logan Gabriel in there. No whistle. And finally,
number 6 was the ball carrier for the Tigers, Brian Saunier.
Well, the Tigers will take over 1st and 10, it looks like at the 20-yard line. Yep, the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line for the Tigers. Thank you again for tuning in to Night Vision TV. I want to shout out to Jansen Miller, our camera operator, for bringing us the action. 4 wide to one side, 3 to the other, hand it off, and he is going to be sacked in the backfield, nowhere to go. Dylan Burrell on the tackle for the Knights and then gets cleaned up. I want to say that's number 10 from the other side, yeah.
The Tigers have
Anthony Richard.
Have a little trick play out there. That should be a penalty. That should have been an illegal procedure.
Well, it's
but
not. It's illegal because they're losing yards by the dozen right now. Another sack on the play with some kind of fancy 7 wide outs.
Well, they basically have the linemen are spread out wide. So number 56 and number 60 on the near side, they're both ineligible receivers. And on the far side, there's 2 other ineligible receivers.
I'll give you guys a wide look. You can see what they're doing. And then we'll go back into the play. Quarterback sacked in the backfield again, Big Fitzgerald West. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Fourth down and 20.
4th and 20 for the Tigers. And we are just inside of 11 minutes. Opening drive went nowhere, minus 10 yards. You can write that down for Hanson tonight in their opening possession.
I've seen a school out of California run this offense before. They called it the X11 offense, and basically just kind of spread out all the men. High punt.
It's going to be fielded by
that's Dane Wallace.
Dane Wallace on the left side, and Dane Wallace may take it to the house. Dane Wallace shakes and bakes, and Dane Wallace is in.
There is one flag at the 32-yard line.
Flag on the play.
But there is also Brylan Green has his helmet off, so I don't know if he got hit, and holding called against the Knights.
Well, that's going to come back. And the Knights will just take over. And
probably around the 42. Well, no, maybe 45.
About the 45. Looks like it'll be placed on about the 45-yard line of the Tigers. And so Dane Wallace returns a 61-yard punt return for a touchdown, and it's going to be negated by a holding penalty. And so the Knights have it. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 45. Zach Clement in the back. He's looking to pass. He has a wide open receiver. That's Sage Ryan, and that's a touchdown, Sage. Touchdown, Knights. Zach Clement to Sage Ryan. 1 pass, 1 play, 45 yards. Touchdown, Knights.
And that was just a simple, skinny post route. Sage just ran down the seam. 2 wide receivers spread on each side. Sage just outran the coverage, and Zach had plenty of time, no pressure. Nice, easy pass, catch, touchdown. 6 points for the Knights.
Colin LaHaye in to attempt the point after. Here's the snap. There's the hold. Here's the kick. It's up, waiting for the indication, and it's good. Well, with just 10 minutes, 2 minutes into the game, 10 minutes and 3 seconds into the game, your Knights take an early 7-0 lead here at Hanson. You are watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream here on Night Vision TV. Thank you, Spanky, and Carrie for being a part of Night Vision TV. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Well, you missed the kickoff, and it's fielded, and it's going to be brought down at about the 15-yard line.
That was number 6, Brian Saunier again.
Princeton Malbrew in on the stop as well. So the Tigers get a second chance. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 15-yard line. Well, that's not the night train you hear in the background. That is an actual train. We are right on the railroad tracks here in Franklin. 7-0 early here at Tiger Field. If you see that black line, that is not a crack in your iPhone, people. That is an electrical cord connecting power from one pole to another. There's a reverse, double reverse. There's the throw, and it's going to be caught, and he's going to take a shot. Kind of a double reverse flea flicker kind of thing.
That was the freshman, Brylan Green, on the tackle.
Well, gain of about 6 to the 21-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
Now we have a little swinging gate formation on the far side of the field.
Kind of give you a look of what that looks like. They're all over, way on the other side of the field.
I'm sure he's going to try to throw it to the far side because the Knights are outnumbered on that side.
Some offsides. That's going to be offsides.
Offsides on the Knights.
I think it was Martin Lee, or number 4, Princeton.
Princeton, yeah. I think Princeton kind of.
That's going to be close to a first down. They're not indicating moving the chains, but they're behind the chains.
Yeah, it should be a first down.
All right, first down.
We're going to zoom out a little bit so y'all can, okay, here they go. They're going to close that swinging gate.
Now they're coming all in. Now they're going to try to razzle-dazzle as much as they can and try to catch the Knights in an unconventional set. And we're set. Quarterback back to throw. He's looking for a receiver.
Oh!
And Martin Lee almost had an interception, and he would have went to the house. Grabbed it with one hand and couldn't hold on to it, and it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Martin did a great job of sniffing out that screen and batting that ball down with his left hand. Tried to bobble it a little bit, see if he can juggle it and catch it, but couldn't quite get there. They tried to run a little wide receiver under with that drag coming underneath with the screen.
8:49 remaining in the first quarter. There's a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be met. See if I can get a read. Is that?
That's Nicholas Picard and Timothy Cotton, I believe, making a stop on the quarterback after the fake jet sweep. Y'all can hear that train coming.
That's the night train, baby. Everywhere we go, that's all you hear is the night train. Well, the play clock is down to 10 seconds. They're just getting the play in. That's a backward pass, and Drake Woodson is all over it. That's going to be a huge loss, a loss of about 10 yards. Make it 12 yards. It's going to bring up 4th and about 25 for the Tigers.
Drake Woodson did a great job of timing the snap count. Came from his linebacker position in a full sprint on that blitz, and did a great job of timing the snap count. And then when the receiver tried to double back, cut back, he made the open field tackle in the backfield.
Well, Hanson's punter is at his own 2-yard line, trying to get one off. Gets one. There should be a return, and it's going to be
Dane again.
Is it Dane?
Dane Wallace again, and he's going to take it to the house again.
Dane Wallace, touchdown, no yellow flags. No yellow flags on the field, and that's a touchdown, Dane, touchdown Knights.
That's right, Dane. Dane's in for where Errol Rogers normally is, and Dane takes it to the house.
Well, Dane had his first one called back. This one's not called back. And Colin LaHaye in for the extra point attempt. They didn't have the ball set ready for play, and the play clock had started, so they're resetting that.
Yeah, I think they had Hanson's ball or something instead of an LCA one.
Waiting on the snap. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, just like that, 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Your Knights take an early 14-0 lead over the Tigers, and if this continues, you're going to see another negative yard output for the
defense.
For the defense,
allowing negative total yards.
Yeah,
so that's where we are so far.
Well, good deal. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in on Night Vision TV. We'll take a quick.
Judy Services, locally owned and operated. Judy Services offers high-quality plumbing and water treatment equipment throughout Acadiana. For your commercial and residential water and plumbing needs, give them a call at 837-1760. That's 837-1760.
Colin LaHaye set to kick for the Knights. There's the kick, and that is going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 20-yard line. Colin LaHaye, one of the best kickers in the Acadiana area. He's only attempted 1 field goal this year. The Knights have scored so often crossing the goal line, he's not had to be called upon for his field goal. He had 1 try, and it was a 54-yard attempt, and he missed it. I believe he hit the crossbar, if I remember right. And so Colin LaHaye making his presence known on this Knight football team all season long. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 20-yard line. Quarterback looking to Drake Woodson all over him.
Well,
Dylan Burrell.
We had an end around on that. The quarterback ran a rail route, and Nicholas Picard did a great job of sticking with the coverage on the quarterback, so the end could not throw it back to the quarterback. So that play went negative for the Tigers.
That's a loss of 6. It brings up 2nd and 16 for the Tigers. 6 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Quarterback looking to pass. He has a wide open receiver. And Sage Ryan got back fast enough just to knock that ball away. But
the ball's on the 4 hash, and because of that, the ball has to travel very far to come to this near sideline. So it gave Sage his speed, was able to close in on that. The quarterback obviously doesn't have a cannon of an arm, because if he did, he could have thrown it downfield. It probably would have been harder for Sage to defend. I'm not sure if Sage was thinking the pass was going to go to the bubble or what, but anyway.
Well, even if he would have caught that, I think Sage would have be able to catch him up. All right, we got Princeton in the backfield. A couple of positive yards here on the give, on the dive, on the left side.
It looks like Nicholas Picard on the tackle. That was another fake jet sweep, quarterback keeper.
Brings up 4th down, and here's another punt coming up for Hanson.
Again, the Knights allowing negative yards on another drive. 4th and 13.
4th and 13. Now, if you're from Hanson and we're not giving out any names, it's because we're basically in a bad snap.
It was a fumble-rooski.
Was it on purpose?
It was on purpose. It was a fumble-rooski. They run the old-school Florida State fumble-rooski play where the ball was directly snapped to the up back. The up back puts the ball on the ground. The other end comes around and tries to run a sweep. So far, everything we've seen nearly every play we've seen has been some sort of a gadget play.
Now the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Tigers. Letting the change get set. And we're off. Here's Zach Clement. He's looking to pass wide open. My goodness. Montrell Felix put a little move on that cornerback. And touchdown Knights.
That looked like the same play that Hanson ran earlier, except the Knights ran it a lot better. Montrell Felix just basically walks into the end zone.
Colin LaHaye getting ready to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and that's blocked.
It was blocked. It was blocked. Coach Falk talked about in the pregame show how he spent more time on that this week. And the first 2 kicks were good. This third one, the first 2 PATs were good. This third one got blocked. I'm sure Coach Falk's going to talk to his team about that. And special teams, they did some live drills this week.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
Extra point was blocked. So it's 20-0, 5:34 remaining in the first quarter. Zach has completed 2 passes in 2 attempts for 2 touchdowns.
That's the high quarterback rating.
He has a completion for a touchdown from 45 yards and 1 from 21 yards.
The Knights have ran 2 plays and have 3 touchdowns.
There's Colin LaHaye, and that ball is going to go to the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of LCA football on Night Vision TV. So glad to have you tuned in from wherever you are. Let us know where you're watching. We always have someone offshore watching from Tel Aviv or somewhere, and so we're glad that you're tuned in tonight. First and 10 Tigers at their 20-yard line. Running back, Princeton all over him, and then Timothy Cotton finishes him off. He's going to get forward momentum to the 14, so that's a loss of 6.
They're trying to. That was the jet sweep right there. They ran a few fakes earlier, and now they actually run the jet sweep. And I mean, their best bet is just to go right at the Knights. They're not going to get around the edge. Well, that has been proven.
Why is the clock stopped? The last thing we need is the clock to be stopped, and that's
a run
play.
That was a run play, and the clock's not running. The clock did not run.
Bad snap. Quarterback looking, Fitz in trouble, and that's going to be intentional grounding. Yeah, the ball never crossed the line.
The line of scrimmage is the 15.
Yep,
there it is.
There it is.
And the clock is just running now.
Well, let it run. In fact,
that's going to be a loss of down from the spot. That basically goes down to the sack. And again, more negative yards.
Half the distance from the goal.
Should be right at the spot. I didn't see where he threw
Princeton
it from.
Malbrew will get credit for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd down, it should. Waiting for him to, yeah, there it is. Third down from the 4-yard line. They got to get to the 30. Oh, fumble in the end zone. Fumble in the end zone.
Touchdown. I think that's
Timothy Cotton falls on it. Touchdown Timothy Cotton. Touchdown Knights.
Night football fans, have you heard about the Night
Sorry
Football
about
Club?
PAT is good.
Should be 27.
27, yes.
Well, we lost feed. Looks like we're back up. Let us know. Throw some hearts up there if you're tuned in and you can hear us. Some thumbs up that we're back live. We're getting indications that maybe we have lost our internet feed. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. Knights coming onto the field for the kickoff. Colin LaHaye getting his crew ready. And it has been nothing but LCA tonight here at Hanson. And that's going to be another football that's going to be sailing through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And so Hanson will have it 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line. Knights drum line and cheerleaders coming in loud and clear from across the field. We're actually on the home side, as you can tell, on top of the press box here in Franklin. 1st and 10 Tigers. Quarterback has the give. Drake Woodson in. That's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards. It brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
First possession with positive yards since I think Hanson's second possession.
There's the give. Nowhere to go. Dylan Burrell kind of breaks it up. And then a couple of other Knights come in and finish him off. Third and 10 for the Tigers. Long pass.
Double pass.
What a catch. An intercepted. He's going to score. Cuts on the inside. Victor Dupuy with a one-handed grab makes the interception, returns it from the 46-yard line all the way to the 13-yard line of the Tigers.
Yes, that's right. Another gadget play backfires for the Tigers.
So the Knights will have it 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. I hear a couple of whistles, not sure what.
I think they're swapping out the ball. Hanson's ball still out there. We got to get an LCA ball maybe, or. Yeah, let's swap out the ball.
3:50 remaining in the first quarter, and the Knights are about to go up by another score. Here's the give to Logan Gabriel. He barrels his way untouched from 13 yards out. Touchdown, Logan. Touchdown, Knights. It is nothing but Knights tonight here in Franklin. Colin LaHaye getting set for the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Just like that, it's 34-0 here in Franklin, and this game is out of hand and needs to go to running clock as soon as we can. Now, they have 34 on there. Is that correct?
That's right, 34.
34.
No, we got an extra point block.
Gotcha. Well, the Knights kicked it off. The White Hat didn't realize we were in a commercial break, and they started without us. We need one of those red glove guys on the field that tells the White Hat that we're ready for play. Anyway, 3:35 remaining in the first quarter, and the Knights hold a 34-0 lead. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop football live stream from Franklin, Louisiana, home of the Tigers, Hanson Memorial Tigers, and it's been nothing but Knights thus far. Quarterback gives a draw. Timothy Cotton and Drake Woodson in on the stop for the Knights. And we'll give Dylan Burrell a little credit, I believe. He came out of that bottom of that pile. No gain, 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. The Tigers have not crossed, not the 50-yard line, they haven't crossed the 30-yard line so far tonight. There's the quarterback give to the fullback in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Matter of fact, it may be a loss of 1 on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11 for the Tigers.
Quarterback draw.
Well,
quarterback draw. I said it earlier that their best bet is just to run right at the Knights. They're not going to get on the edges. So just try to run right at them and hope for the best.
Well, that's a big gain. Gain of 21. That's good enough for a Tiger first down. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 45-yard line. Clock is stopped. The chains have set. He didn't run out of bounds.
Well, he's telling him to run the clock. Run the clock. The officials told him to run the clock.
There's the give to the fullback, and he's going to be pushed back. They'll give him the 45-yard line. The helmet came off.
That's
Looks like Timothy Cotton is going to have to take a play off. Knights will have to get someone in. For him. The white hat is not indicating to run the clock. He puts the ball in play to start the play clock, but he doesn't wind it up.
He just chops.
That's not going to go anywhere.
Nicholas Picard.
They did that fake pass, and I mean, I've never seen so many gadget plays in one game in all my life.
And the quarterback, Rosamond, he got belted by Fitzgerald West.
Well, it's third down and 20.
Again, it's more than 20. Or is it? Oh, my goodness. Here we go. They're going to call a timeout because the play clock was at 0 by the time they broke the huddle.
37 seconds, timeout on the field, timeout Tigers trying to come on out to the Night Football Club. The next one will be on October the 18th, Thursday at noon. We'd love to have you. 3rd and 16 for the Tigers. The Knights are in the backfield. Ooh, is that a face mask?
No, sir. That was Fitzgerald West grabbed the ball carrier by the collar and by the jersey and just kind of drug him to the ground. That was a reverse, an end around into a reverse. These gadget plays are just not working. That's a 5-yard loss on that one, or a 4-yard loss, brings up 4th and 24.
4th and 24. The Knights don't have anyone back deep. Oh, I see. It's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Yes.
Well, at the end of the first quarter, your Knights 34 and the Tigers from Hanson 0. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of night football here on Night Vision TV.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT, specializes in custom machine works of all kinds. Here are just some of the services we provide. Manufacturing of components to controlled, approved drawings. Modifications of pre-machined parts, new or used. Procurement of any materials needed. Control of raw materials in-house. Approved vendor service for outside processes. Product identification marking capabilities. At Moore's, we're here to serve you.
The LCA Knights are proud to partner with Scott Gilner Racing. Scott trains 2-year-olds from Kentucky to Louisiana, from Iowa to Florida. You won't find someone better with your 2-year-old than Scott Gilner. Contact Scott at 337-499-9767 and let's meet in the winner's circle.
But he's more at a deep free safety more than a receive because the punter can kick it deeper than that.
Second quarter here at Hanson Memorial Stadium, 34. Try to get our graphics back up here in a second.
34-0. Sage Ryan deep. Ball's looks like it's gonna go out of bounds.
And the Knights will take over at about the 37-yard line, it looks like.
37 on the near side, the near hash. The Knights will have it. So now we'll see. For the first time, the Knights will start off in their own side of the 50-yard line, their own side of the field.
Here's Zach looking to throw down deep, overthrows.
Overthrows Victor. Looked like Victor slowed up a little bit on that route. Victor with his easy seam route, just a nice easy seam route, and looked like if he would have started a little faster, he would have been able to walk into the end zone.
Second down and 10 for the Knights. That may be, oh my goodness. Logan Gabriel is going to take it to the house untouched. 2 touches, 2 touchdowns for big Logan Gabriel. My goodness.
And that's a 63-yard touchdown run.
No flags, touchdown Logan, touchdown Knights. Colin LaHaye onto the field to attempt the point after. There's the kick. It sails to the railroad tracks back there. Somebody's going to have to go find that ball. They'll get it. Well, with 21 seconds into the second quarter, your Knights are up 41-0 over the Tigers of Hanson. Now, we knew coming into this game, Josiah, that Hanson was, you know, when you only dress about 20 players and some of their win-loss so far on the season, you knew that the Knights, even with a couple of key players not dressing out tonight due to couple of little injuries and little bumps and bruises, you knew that the Tigers would be in a bind. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize it would look like this early.
No, definitely. The offense has only run 4 plays. 4 plays.
Colin LaHaye,
5 plays.
Set to kick for the Knights.
And that's going to be another touchback. Like I was saying, the offense has ran 5 plays and has scored 4 touchdowns on 5 plays. It's unheard of.
Yeah, it has been nothing but Knights here tonight. 41-0, and I don't know why they're not running the clock. Matter of fact,
maybe this crew might be getting paid by the hour. I'm not sure, because normally officials, they're like, they want to get out of here fast.
Well, hopefully they'll do that in the second quarter. Maybe put 8 minutes on the clock or something.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
You know, you
don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah. 3 wides on the far side. Quarterback looking to pass. He's in a bind. He finds a man complete, and that's going to be a gain of about 1 yard.
That's something positive.
Second down and 9 for the Tigers. We're now inside of 11 minutes here at Tiger Stadium in Franklin, Louisiana. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. Second and 9. Quarterback. Ooh. I thought that was going to be picked off. It's caught. It's going to be a loss on the play.
It's like a loss of 3. Yeah, Jordan Hall was going for the pick.
Khalib Watts, the cornerback or safety,
He was
whatever
safety.
position he's playing now, he saw that, he read it, and he was about a half step away from a pick six. 3rd down and 13.
Mosquito grab. Sorry about that. A mosquito went by. Oh.
Drake Woodson in the backfield disturbing the handoff between the quarterback and the running back. And that's going to be another loss, and that's going to bring up 4th and about 16.
Drake got there as the ball was getting there. Drake nearly took the handoff.
He did.
Like you said, 4th and 16.
They are literally dressing a total of 20 players, 22 players possibly. Get the punt. There's the punt, and they're going to punt that out of bounds.
And they got 21 players dressed out.
Well, the Knights will take over at the Tiger 45-yard line. And let's see who's coming out. Now, Errol Rogers is the backup quarterback for the Knights, the number 2 guy. He's not dressed out tonight. In fact, he didn't make the trip today. And so that means our 3rd-string quarterback, which is a freshman who's been getting a little bit of playing time this year due to these scores, will probably be called upon in the second half. Zach Clement, 1st and 10 at the 45. Logan Gabriel. There's a swing pass to.
That's going to be that's unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, the cornerback obviously saw the ball on the ground. It was an incomplete pass, and he comes flying. Well, they waving it.
They wave it because this is probably why they waved it. The whistle did not blow. It took them forever to blow the whistle. They didn't blow the whistle until after Victor was on the ground, and it should have blown when the ball was incomplete.
Well, that stops the clock with 9:17. Here's Zach in the backfield looking for a receiver. Finds Logan Gabriel, and that's going to be another score. Touchdown, Logan. Touchdown, Knights. Logan Gabriel goes 45 yards on the completion from Zach Clement, and they extend the lead.
And Logan has touched the ball 4 times and has scored 4 times.
Colin LaHaye in to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the indication is it's good. Well, with 9:04 remaining in the game, your Knights 48-0 over the Hanson Tigers. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching the Moore's Machine Shop live stream of night football here from Franklin, Louisiana.
Moore's Machine Shop, licensed under the API Spec 5CT.
negative play. This time only -1. Tackle by Martin Lee. I think Timothy Cotton got in on the tackle as well. Maybe Dylan Burrell. The Tigers going with a 2 tight end set now.
Second and 12 for the Tigers. Knights will be on the road. They'll be about 8 miles from here at Centerville, taking on the Centerville Bulldogs. And then we'll be at home in week 8 in 2 weeks to take on the Screaming Eagles of Vermilion Catholic. Quarterback going to be sacked at the line of scrimmage. We'll give him a gain of about 1 yard. Princeton Malbrew in on the stop for the Knights, along with Woodson. Tell you what, Drake Woodson has really been putting on a linebacker performance. He was the KLFY TV10 Player of the Week last week. He recorded 10 solo tackles and 2 sacks and a safety recovery in the end zone.
Yeah, they actually counted that as another negative play.
Well, now they got that whole swinging gate. Their whole team is on one side. Quarterback's going to go one-on-one, and that pass is going to go incomplete. And it
brings up fourth
down.
4th and 12 for the Tigers. And that swinging gate formation out again. And their best plays are just running right at the Knights. They're not gaining anything, but at least they're not going backwards.
Sage Ryan, Dane Wallace back deep to receive.
And now I think we have a running clock. That was an incomplete pass, and the officials did a fist bump together. That's a new one for me. I'm going to have to look that one up.
Holding against the Knights declined. And then whatever that is, anyway.
I'm not sure what that signal is.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Tigers. Now we got our third-string quarterback. That's freshman. He's on the give, on the read option. Brylan Green gets positive yards, picks up about 6. He's down to the 41-yard line of the Tigers. .555 and counting. Finally, the clock is running. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. There's the give to Logan, and Logan's going to score again. My goodness, Logan Gabriel. Touchdown, Logan. Touchdown, Knights.
Knights have more plays for touchdowns than they have for plays without a touchdown.
We're getting a low indication of from our Wi-Fi signal. I hope that it's not freezing our broadcast. If it is, we're just way out in nowhere. Colin LaHaye set to kick for the Knights. There's the kick, and that's going to be another touchback for Colin LaHaye. With 5:02 and the clock running, the Tigers will take over at their own 20-yard line. First and 10, Tigers. See what kind of trickery formation they're running now.
Just in a regular 12 personnel.
There's the, wow, Martin Lee came up from the middle linebacker position, put a hit.
On number 3, that's Kevin Garrett.
And he is slow to get up on that hit by Martin Lee. My goodness.
Martin Lee was unblocked.
Nothing but Knights inside of 4 minutes. Finally, that clock running. That clock should have been running from the kickoff tonight. I mean, not to be just the way it's just. It is what it is, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt on.
And that's just.
It's 2nd and 13.
They're gonna call a timeout. Hanson calls timeout with 3:27 to go in the second quarter. Each team's going to go to their respective sidelines.
Well, the Knights were state champions of Division IV last year. Here's a quick. It'll be 4th down for the Tigers. 4th and about 13. Clock is continuing to run at this point. Or is it 3rd down? I thought it was.
Should be 4th down. Almost 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd down. I thought it would have been 4th down.
Yeah, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. They can take as many minutes off the clock now with the running time. There's a whistle.
Delay a game.
Delay a game.
It's going to be delay a game against the Tigers.
Well, as long as the clock. Hey, that's what they need to do. 5-yard penalty and the clock never stops, and so they can get another 25 seconds off the clock. That's a great strategy right there. I mean,
keep the ball away from the Knights.
Keep the ball away. Don't put the ball in the Knights' hands tonight. They score.
Defense, special teams, offense.
Drake Woodson almost had the handoff. He read that snap count so perfect. He almost took the handoff from the receiver.
Tried to run. I'm not sure if that was a receiver power. I couldn't see what the linemen were doing. That was a receiver power or another jet. Surely they weren't trying to run a jet to the near sideline.
Well, Dane Wallace and Sage Ryan will be back deep to receive for the Knights on this 4th down.
Dane at the numbers, just in case, Dane's trying to get a return. So instead of being at the hashes, he's at the numbers. And he's going to get a chance to return it.
There's Dane at the 31, and he is going to be taken down at around the 36-yard line.
Number 2 for the Tigers did a great job of containing Dane. That's Steven Rosamond.
And the
He's
Knights
also the quarterback.
may get one play off. Time's running 45 seconds. Brylan Green, the freshman, in at quarterback for the Knights. And the Knights will have to run one play, it looks like. Actually, he's waiting. Well,
Yep.
yeah, they'll have to run one play. There's the pass. It's complete to Montrell. Montrell around the left side, and he's going to go down at the 4-yard line.
No, I think
there's a flag on the play.
flag on the play. They're going to get the Knights for holding the wide receivers on the far sideline.
Maybe Lang, number 14, on the far side, maybe the. Well, they did stop the clock.
Yeah, they
because
called
of
it
the penalty.
They called it against Ethan Lang.
Clock's running now. Knights are not going to get another play off. Yeah, Trev's just going to bring his kids off the field. All right, well, we are at half here in Franklin. Knights all over the Hanson Tigers. And the Knights will head to their proverbial locker room in the corner of the west end zone. And I don't know what you talk about. I mean, everything they have done has worked tonight. We're going to wait to see if we can get some halftime stats. We'll take a little break. Here in a second. Looking for a video. Can't find it.
Judy Services, locally owned and operated. Judy Services offers high-quality plumbing and water treatment equipment throughout Acadiana. For your commercial and residential water and plumbing needs, give them a call at 837-1760. That's 837-1760.
52-0 at the half. Here in Franklin, your Knights up all over the Hanson Tigers. We were sent some halftime stats. I'll give them to you real quickly. See if I can pull them up. Really impressive tonight for the Knights. They have 5 rushes for 110 yards, averaging 22 yards per rush, and getting a score correction, 55. Pass completed, Zach Clement is 3 for 5 for 109 yards. The Knights have run 10 plays. How many touchdowns? 8. We've had 6 touchdowns. Offensively, 6 touchdowns in 10 plays for 219 yards. No turnovers, no third downs, obviously no fourth downs, gave up no sacks. On the other side of the ball, Hanson, 19 rushes for minus 18 yards. 6 pass attempts, 5 completions, but it's negative yards. And total yardage for Hanson is minus 39 at half. And some individual stats. Sage Ryan, 1 catch for 45 yards. Logan Gabriel, 1 catch for 45 yards, scored on that. Montrell Felix, 1 catch for 19 yards. Now here's what's interesting. Logan Gabriel has 3 rushing attempts on the night. 3 rushing attempts, 3 touchdowns for 114 total yards rushing. Logan Gabriel, literally he has not been tackled tonight. He has been all over the field, and very impressive here tonight. And it, you know, we had running clock about halfway through the second quarter, and I would think that we're going to do the same here in the third quarter. Well, we're 5 minutes away. Thank you, everyone, for watching Night Vision TV. Thank you, Moore's Machine Shop, for being our sponsor for Night Vision TV. Carrie and Spanky Arsenal, thank you guys. Well, 55-0 at half, and Knights all over the Tigers. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back for the second half kick. We are live, and we are inside of 20 seconds. They may put another 3 minutes back on the clock like they normally do. They normally run 20 minutes, and when the buzzer goes off, come back with 3. It's Knights 55-0 over your Hanson Tigers. And there's the horn. Maybe they'll bring them all in. At the half, Gate on 20, Centerville 6. District 7-1A action. Vermilion Catholic on the road playing Edie White up in Thibodaux, and it's 7-7 at the half there. Ascension Episcopal up 28-8 over Jeanerette. And let's see what else. No score updated on Central Catholic and Highland Baptist. In the first quarter, Catholic Point Capee 32, Loreauville nothing. Ascension Catholic 14, East Iberville 0. These are some Division IV foes we may see in the playoffs, some of them. At the half, Delcom 16, Franklin 8. And my boy Scott Bledsoe and the Ascension Christian Lions are up 35-7 over St. Martin.
Our winner tonight is from Lafayette Christian, Miss Judy Aslan.
St. Martinville and Livonia in a barn burner, 20-21 at the half. North Vermilion 28, Patterson 14, and Lafayette High 17, New Iberia 13 at the half. Lafayette High Lions. Another good one, Cecilia and Opelousas. Cecilia 14, Opelousas 13. Carencro up over Northside 28-0 at the half. St. Thomas More up 29-14 over Westgate. Kaplan 22, Abbeville 12. Covenant Christian 27, Vernado 14. Turlings Catholic 26, Rain 7. And Brobridge up big over Beauchamp, 27-0. And Acadiana, crosstown rivalry, Como. Acadiana 24, Como 0. Well, some of the scores, if you haven't seen them, and we're getting ready to start the third quarter, and we'll find out shortly if this is going to be running clock. Hoping that it is. Hanson will kick off to the Knights. And we have a host of Knights back there waiting to receive.
Oh, coach has changed. Martin Lee is back there to receive.
It's a squib kick, and it's going to be taken by Victor Dupuy. Oh, my goodness, he may take it to the house. Victor Dupuy looking for a yellow flag. No yellow flag. Touchdown, Victor Dupuy. Touchdown, Knights.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Like that.
I don't know what Trev can do.
He changed. It's not the regular kick return team out there, or at least not in their regular positions. I mean, he's changing it up, doing what he can do. But the players that are out there have to play.
Yeah,
so they're playing.
You got to have some players out there, and he's got a lot of subs. I don't even know the numbers. We're kind of sitting in the dark, can't see much, and it is now 62-0 in the third quarter. And it is quiet in this stadium.
Yes.
I think maybe all of Hanson may have left. We can't actually see the bleachers. They're below us. My goodness. Well, 62-0. The Knights will be on the road next Friday night. We'll have the broadcast live here on Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. Tune in. We'll go live at 6:30 from Centerville, Louisiana, which is about 15 miles up the road from us, from where we are tonight. And we'll take on the Bulldogs of Centerville High in a District 7-1A matchup. Colin LaHaye escorts his team onto the field for the kickoff. And the Tigers are set back to receive. And these have been touchbacks most of the night. Collins had a great night here for the Knights. Colin LaHaye with the kick, and that's going to go sailing way deep into the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 Tigers from their 20-yard line. Their total offense is minus 39. 39 yards of total offense for the Tigers. And they came out early. For those of you that weren't tuning in early, the Tigers came out and they ran a lot of, I'll call them trickery plays, just a lot of razzle-dazzle gadget plays, and the Knights just wouldn't bite on it at all. And we may have a timeout. Yeah, the Knights call a timeout. I don't think they have. They're putting all kind of new personnel in, and I don't think they had enough men on the field.
Yeah, there's lots of clean white jerseys coming out on the field, and so they're not sure where to line up. And I think a couple of the seniors snuck out on there, and coach was trying to get them off. See Jordan Hall snuck out onto the field, and now he's getting pulled to the sideline. So yeah, a bunch of freshmen going out there right now. I think I only see only one starter on the field, Timothy Cotton, at the defensive end position. Lots of freshmen and sophomores out there. Here we go, another trick play.
Oh, incomplete, intended for number 6 out there.
Number 6
looks like
Brian Saunier. Number 10 on the coverage for the Knights.
Well, actually it was 16. That was Peyton Johnny's kind of out there.
Anthony Richard, Peyton Johnny's. Peyton coming from the safety position. Anthony at the corners position.
Second down and 10 for the Tigers. All Knights tonight from the opening kickoff. Double reverse. Oh, Rose got sucked in. Run out of bounds. They may throw a flag.
No, she didn't. Yeah, they run a reverse play.
Double reverse.
Well, it was we had a jet motion. The ball went to the jet motion, and then the jet motion handed it off to the end, running on the reverse.
Well, that's a big gain for the Tigers. They crossed the 50-yard line. They're into Knights territory, into the first time tonight. There's the give, and that's read by Dalen Gondren with the sack in the backfield, number 22,
that's
the sophomore.
5-yard loss, 6-yard loss.
6-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 for the Tigers, and they cross the 50, but they cross right back in a hurry.
All of those positive gains went back for nothing.
Second down and 16 for the Tigers. There's the quarterback. He's in trouble. That's going to be picked off. A pick 6. Is that Ephraim Rose?
Yes.
And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Ephraim. Touchdown, Knights. And everything going their way. be upset, but it's really not much anybody can do. He's got third string in there. He's got, there's Colin LaHaye, and that's going to go into the end zone for another touchback. And the Tigers will try again, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Clock is running clock. Knights will be on the road next week against Centerville in District 7-1A play. And then the Knights will be at home at Knight Field for what could be 2 8-0 teams coming in for playing for the district championship. And tickets will be on sale early. We recommend get your tickets. There's the pass. It is incomplete. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. BC is 7-7 against E.D. White, a 4A school up down south. Don't know if they had an updated score just yet, but very likely the Screaming Eagles of Vermilion Catholic will come into Knight Field 8-0. Knights more than likely will come into Knight Field 8-0 as well. Quarterback give, nowhere to go. Got some new players, new jerseys. Number 25 is Trent Hippolyte in on the tackle for the Knights. Two minutes remaining in the third quarter. Running clock. If we would have done this from the beginning,
it wouldn't look so ugly.
Yeah. Quarterback back to pass. He squirts out, and it's going to be shut down in a hurry. Is that? That's Hippolyte again, number 25. Trent Hippolyte on the stop. 4th down for the Tigers.
They gave him a 1-yard gain on that play.
And Dane Wallace is coming back to receive. Just punt it out of bounds. Don't give Dane a chance. Dane has scored just about every time tonight except one time. And, of course, one of the times it was called back.
Yeah, a couple called back.
Now they're back to receive is also Darian Riggs, a freshman.
This one's going out of bounds, no doubt about it. He made sure it was going out of bounds.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, that little freshman, number 32, Darian Riggs, wait till you see him with a ball in his hand.
Oh, that's a phenomenal spot for the.
Well, they're going to have to stay with Brylan Green at quarterback. I don't know if they have a 4th-string quarterback. And
there's a flag on the play. Not 100% sure.
Chop block?
Call it illegal personal.
It wasn't a personal foul. Not a chop block. I don't know what he called.
No, he called a personal foul against the Knights. Is the indication. He has some. He does his signals kind of weird. Oh, there we go. They let the clock run out.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, your Knights 69, Hanson Tigers 0. We'll be right back. Knights will have it 1st and 10. Where did they mark the ball, or have they marked it yet?
They haven't marked it yet. I think they're going to mark it at the 45, according to the box. But the ball still hasn't been marked. And they're not sure if they're coming or going. Okay, they marked it at the 45. They're getting the box all situated. Here we go. Down markers situated. Chains are situated.
"12 minutes. All kind of fresh white jerseys in for the Knights. Now you just hope that they take care of the ball, and Coach Falk just letting as much time elapse off the clock as he can. Knights score on every play. They just, there's Dalen Gondron.
And he's going to score. Oh, my goodness.
The third string running back is going to take it to the house. Dalen Gondron is going to go 55 yards.
Oh, I guess nothing Coach Falk can really do about it. The JV team is out there, and there's nothing he can really do.
Man, Coach Falk is going to have a lot of questions to answer tomorrow. Wow. I mean, it's like you said, Joe. It's no one's fault. It's, you put the third string out there and he goes 55 yards. Third string quarterback out there. Colin LaHaye in for the extra point attempt. The kick is up and the kick is good, and it is 75-0. We got to stop.
Should be 76-0. Kick was good.
Hey, 75.
Yeah, I don't.
Stay with 75. Well, that's what's on the board. I'll stay with whatever's on the board. But it was 69. He made it. Should be 76. Running clock. And just run the clock. Not much to say, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We had upwards of a couple of hundred at one time watching Night Vision TV, home of your LCA Knights. Jay Miller and Josiah Broussard up here in the skybox high above Tiger Stadium. But 2nd and 10 for the Knights. I know we were getting some interruption on our Wi-Fi signal here. Somebody said a while ago on the feed, that's Franklin Shy. Seven minutes, 30 seconds remaining. There's the give. Double reverse. Quarterback in trouble.
Oh, my goodness.
Fumble. Oh, you're kidding.
I think the Knights recovered, yes. Oh, my goodness. The Knights recover inside the Tigers' 10-yard line.
Can you not score? Can you?
They can take a knee. I mean, that's pretty. You know, the guys out there, they want to play. They want to compete. You know, they work hard in practice. You know, it's not like the starters are out there.
I don't even know if they have enough men on the field
No,
right now.
LCA definitely doesn't have enough men on the field right now. I'm not sure who the quarterback's going to be.
It's Brylan.
Okay, it's Brylan. Brylan's back out there. Let's see.
There's 11 on the field.
6, 11. All right.
If they give it to Dalen, he's going to score again.
Yes, especially if he goes to the right side.
Yeah, just take a knee. It's almost as okay.
Yeah, but the Knights take a knee.
Yeah, just do that 4 times, Coach Falk. Thank you. Yeah, Coach Falk knows he can't put another score. It'll be in the 80s. And he's not trying.
No, he's not. He's not.
I mean, literally, I think we're probably going to end up running maybe 20 plays on the night. A total of 20 offensive plays. They'll just let this time run. It'll get down to 1 second, then he'll snap the ball and take a knee, and we can get out of here. Running clock here in the second half. Knights will snap the ball, and Brylan will take a knee. Third down for the Knights. 3rd and 10. I don't know if the chains are right. It should be 3rd and more than that.
Yeah, because we've been taking knees.
Yeah.
The chains are in the. Oh, you know what?
It's
It's 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and goal. That's why.
That's exactly right. 3rd and goal for the Knights. Inside of 5 minutes. 4:40 and counting. 3rd down. Brylan should take another knee. And there it is. It's 4th down. They'll do it again. They'll run another 40 seconds off the clock. And Hanson will have the ball. And I would assume that they would end up doing the same thing. Just take some knees, run this clock, and everybody get out of here. Hanson can fight another day. Knights will have Centerville next Friday night. 4 minutes remaining in the game. Play clock down to 5, 4. We'll snap it here in another second or two and then call a timeout, Trev. Great idea.
Delay a game.
Oh, delay a game. That's
the clock keeps running.
Yeah. Delay a game so he can back it up 5 yards, and then they'll be able to take another 30 seconds. We'll be inside of 3 minutes. So it's 4th and goal from the 28-yard line. The Knights just taking knees. Oh, wait. The ball goes back over.
It should be still fourth and goal from the 28.
Is this okay? It looked like Hanson was.
Yeah, they swapped out
some
players.
Inside of 3 minutes, we're just letting clock run off. Knights will probably take another knee here, turn the ball back over to Hanson, and Hanson will probably take a snap with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Rylan Green goes down to the knee at the 30-yard line. And that's a
turnover on down.
Turnover on down. That's the first time the Knights have had the ball tonight and have not scored. Obviously on purpose, just trying to let this time elapse off the clock. Thanks again, everybody, for watching Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. We have enjoyed bringing you the broadcast tonight from Franklin, Louisiana, high above the press box here at Hanson Memorial. Inside of 2 minutes, see what Hanson tries to run a play. Yeah, they're gonna run, but they're gonna get hit. $1:20 remaining. Play clock not even running. Don't even run the play clock. There's a fumble. That's good. I hope we got it. That way we can just kneel this thing out. Nope, it's going to stay with Hanson.
It's staying with Hanson, third down.
Inside of a minute.
Well, the scoreboard still says 75, but it's 76. But
well, we're going to call it 75 and wait to see what the paper reports. Thing is that, you know, nobody from the newspapers covering the game to be able, you know, it's not like the Knights are running the score up.
No.
You know, nothing you can do. And that should bring us to the end of the game. Yeah, Coach has his players getting ready to line up at the 50. We're inside of 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And we're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is final. Final score, Knights 75. And your Hanson Tigers 0. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to Night Vision TV. Thank you Moore's Machine Shop, Spanky and Carrie Arsenal for sponsoring Night Vision TV and your LCA Knights live stream all season long. Knight fans, those of you that are still online, next Friday night, Knights are on the road, Centerville. District 7-1A matchup against the Centerville Bulldogs. The following week, Knights will take on Vermilion Catholic. Do you have an update on the Vermilion Catholic score, Joe?
I'm working on it.
Vermilion Catholic
so far
will probably come into Lafayette at 8-0, and the Knights at 8-0 as well.
So we have in the third quarter, Vermilion Catholic 13, E.D. White 7.
So Vermilion Catholic up over E.D. White, and can't remember who VC has next week. I know it's district play. I think I have it up here in my notes. Yeah, they go to Gaydon, so they should take care of business in Gaydon, and then they'll be at Knight Field for what is going to be a clash of champions. Many of you know the Knights lost Zach Clement, our quarterback, to a season-ending ACL injury in Week 8 of last year, and the Knights lost in the district championship game by a score of 10-9. Well, as fate would have it, the Knights go back on the road in the semifinal game against VC and beat VC with a last-second field goal by a score of 30-28 and advance to the state finals in New Orleans. So it is going to be an incredible game, and You can be able to purchase your tickets in advance. Don't stand in line. The line's going to be 3 miles long. Don't stand in line. When you hear that the tickets are going on sale, go by the school office and pick up your advance tickets. They're the same price. You're just saving some time by not waiting in line, and I encourage you to arrive to Knight Field early. Talk to our athletic director, Coach Baldwin, and Coach Baldwin is going to bring out some extra bleachers. We're anticipating standing room only at Knight Field, and so you want to get out there early and find you a seat, find you a place. It is going to be electric at Knight Field in 2 weeks. All right, everybody. Well, thanks again. You've been watching Night Vision TV, home of your Lafayette Christian Academy Knights. Final score here from Tiger Stadium, Knights 75 and your Tigers 0. So that's the 6th shutout on the season recorded by the Knights, and the 7th in a row going back to the Division IV state championship last December against Ascension Catholic. Well, Josiah Broussard, Jay Miller from high above the Tiger Stadium here on the press box. Good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We'll close on the fight song. You've heard it all night long.
Yep.
Have a good night, everybody.
See y'all next
Have
week.
a great Saturday. Get your yard cut with all that rain we've been getting. Hey, go to church Sunday. I know a great place to go at 9 or 11. I'll just put a quick plug in for TFC. TFC, we're at the movie series. It is going to be amazing. You've never seen church like you're going to see it this Sunday, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. All right, everybody, that's it. Good night. We'll see you next Friday night on Night Vision TV.